Today I want to show you how you can use Neurographica to create maps for your mind, moving into the direction you want to move. I created this map due to the need of addressing a topic that came up during the past 2 or 3 weeks related to all these cosmic gates that opened up. So all these cosmic transitions, these eclipses, full moon energies are always gates for us to address deep topics and imprints that do not serve us anymore at this moment. And what came up for me was the need to address once more that deep conviction in myself, which I had dedicated my whole childhood and youth to, that was, I will save my mother. I will guide her to the light. This topic has been solved for me like many years ago, and I felt very comfortable with that because I let go of it. But what came up now was the same topic connected like to how I address my children, especially the child which is now still living with me. I felt I act at times very controlling and I couldn't really name it. So for 2-3 weeks I was like retrieving what is coming up during all these cosmic transitions, and it came up that I again feel responsible for guiding my children directly to the light the way I perceive it. But obviously this is not my task. Like my task, the task I want to have is like preparing a safe environment, being emotional present, and also assisting my children like walking their own paths. And this also takes away pressure from my shoulders, like the pressure of I have to like do everything to save them from all kind of experiences like I feel they shouldn't make or have. Like my mother decided to focus on darkness, and I didn't accept that for a long time. I wanted her to look to the light, towards the light, and move towards the light. But if it's not her path at this moment in this life, whatever, then this wish leads only to my dissatisfaction and to my feeling of failure. And exactly this feeling of failure caused me to have that much of pressure with my child, because I didn't want to fail again. And what I did was I made myself aware of that, and I drew these 2 spirals. Like one of this spiral is all the states I want to let go, because like these phases of transitions are always you have the chance to let go of something that doesn't serve you anymore, and you can invite into your life what you want there in regard to that topic. Like I chose this topic of responsibility, which always like felt very uncomfortable for me due to this over like being responsible, like taking responsibility for way too much in the lives of the people in my life, my mother, my children, and also I think my spouses. I did the same. And that's why it's always so difficult and demanding for me to be in relationships, in close relationships, family, and also spouses, because if I take too much responsibilities, and if I take responsibilities for their lives and not for my own life and my own needs, it's becoming very difficult. Don't know about you, maybe you can relate to that. It's quite common to like try to save other people, but don't start with yourself. So this responsibility I took led to these states of like, I want to save you, and it felt heavy, it felt like a heavy weight on my shoulders. And what was that? Yeah, I have to, this was like, I have to constantly try saving you. I have to constantly do something about that. And this caused a lot of pressure for me. And this stands for my imprint of having failed. And I drew that in this spiral, which is like the spiral of farewelling what doesn't serve me anymore at this moment. And while I drew these circles and colored them, like their meanings transformed to, it is your experience and your life. And it transformed to, you chose your path into darkness or towards darkness. That's okay. And this one transformed to, I do not need to do anything about it. It's right the way it is. So, and this felt already very relieving to transform that and to have all these negative tense and like impressions leaving like my subconscious. And then I also drew this second spiral for inviting into my life what I want to have there concerning responsibility, which is, for example, I want to be emotional available for my child and for people like in close relationships to me. And this creates like being in contact, like having a relationship to people. Like if you are not emotional available, like you're closed off and you cannot really get in contact. So, and then I also drew this circles, this standing for joy and for allowing to be the way I and you are, like allowing to be the way you are. And that causes joy. And I have listening, like I want to be able to listen without having any like ideas of how you should do it. Just listen, how is it for you? And also listening to how is it for me? Both listening to inside myself and also listening to the other person. And then this stands for being relaxed, being easy with like life and playing the game. Don't like stop being this tense, it has to be exactly this way, but becoming open and playing the game and with ease. And also to be more forgiving, like if something is not like going the straight way, forgiving myself and also forgiving, for example, my child who's having to have his own experiences, his own way of perceiving, like, and learning, and also allowing him to make mistakes. And the shape I chose for as my affixing shape is everything is right the way it is. To trust in that. And I personally like this map a lot, which I created. I created that yesterday in the evening, and I had a very good night's sleep today. And I'm going to go more deep with this topic because I retrieved this as a very like source of what needs to be transformed now. So I'm intending to draw more than one drawing on that topic. And right now I'm going to create a second drawing on that, which will even create a more deep change in my subconscious. And the more deep I go, the more sustainable the changes will be, and also the results in my daily life. And I see the results in my interactions with people and with close relationships. Like for many, I had drawn many cases, many drawings on that topic, fear of being close to people during the last year. So I was even not going close to people because of that fear, but I wasn't aware of this point which came up now, that I take the responsibility for the other person's well-being to that extent that I take the responsibility to bring you to the light. And that's obviously your own responsibility. And I have my teachers, like I have my mother in my life, I have my elder son, and I have my younger son, and all of their beings and interaction with me have the same message, which I can see is it's okay, however it is. Everyone has their own experiences, their own way of doing it, and that's okay. So it's not my responsibility to make them walk the same path as I do. I'm only responsible to find my own path and to walk that path, and people who are with me on my path for a while or for maybe the whole of my life, they have the chance to, like, the more I live my truth, they have the chance to connect with it or not. And that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is focusing on my own light. So I keep on doing that. See you in the next video. Bye bye.